Hey everyone, welcome back to Verified Gains. Time to review the market. Hopefully everybody's having a good week so far. Happy Thursday. Today's date is the 13th of February 2025. About 7 months from the proposed Bitcoin cycle top. That being said, let's take a look at the Bitcoin price chart. So last time we sort of left off, in fact, where we are right now. So, we've really been going sideways, along this 96, $97,000 mark. Not a whole lot of movement. We still haven't truly retested the $92,500 horizontal resistance line or support line, excuse me. And we also have not broken above 98,800 to the upside. So we're really not doing anything. And even from a macro perspective, you know, there's really nothing going on. I know certain people are going to try to make sense of it. It's all just noise. The reality is just nothing's happening right now. Um, so what can we do right now? So dollar cost averaging is going to be our best friend. If you have cash, if you have other assets that you're able to convert to cryptocurrency, whether that be Bitcoin or Solana or Memecoin, that's where I'll be investing my money. And you're welcome to, just continue monitoring and see if the price does make any significant movement to the downside or the upside. But at the end of the day, in the bigger scheme of things, it's really not going to make a difference whether you decide to buy at 98,000 or 92,000. Of course, that's not financial advice, just my humble opinion. More interestingly, the Bitcoin dominance has been going down. So we had this long shadow to the upside, reaching a high of around 64% in dominance. And since then, we had another local top here around 61, 62%. But since about a week ago, we have been downtrending. In fact, the MACD did cross over the signal line, indicating a potential downward movement, which, when taken together with the Bitcoin price, may be signaling the start of an altcoin season. And a lot of people are doubtful, but I'm very, very much convinced that the altcoin season is about to happen and just right around the corner. And, that said, we should look at the Solana price chart. So here, we had this long shadow to the bottom of around $177. And then we start to form some real bodies and retested 187. Now we haven't quite retested 218, but we did come back down here, formed a couple red candles with shadow to the downside, retesting 187 once, and then again. And this is the candle that we're forming now. And I'd be very interested to see if we continue to draw down leading into Friday. or whether this was basically it and we're going to see some green candle action tomorrow. Um, and like I've said before, usually people like to sell on a Thursday or a Friday. Generally, if people do sell on a Thursday, then we do expect a green candle the day after. But if there are 2 consecutive days of selling, most notably Thursday and Friday, then also expect some big price movement over the weekend. And right now, I feel like we're in a stage where really we've hit the bottom, and all we need to do is break again to the upside. It's just a little bit frustrating, and you need a lot of patience because, we've been retesting and retesting these same prices for quite some time now. I mean, in fact, the price where we're at right now, 196, that's not a whole lot different than where we've been since November. So a lot of people are getting, anxious, a little impatient. I mean, if I were to zoom all the way back, hey, you could even argue that we saw, the current price, back in March of last year, almost 1 year ago. So, if you had bought in for the first time, for example, about 11 months ago, then you really are just seeing the same price. No profit, no loss, just the same old sideways movement. Um, so I understand. But in the bigger scheme of things, uh, I mean, trust me, we're in a better position right now. And, whether it's the large institutional investors or retail investors, everybody's either watching on the sidelines, which is most likely the case, or they've already invested and we're just looking for extra sources of cash to enter the market. And I don't know where that's going to come from, whether that's going to be government, um, you know, around the world, including the US. I would say that that's probably the next biggest step, the involvement of government. There are talks of sovereign wealth fund, countries buying cryptocurrency, adding it to their balance sheet. So those are some, external sources of cash that we could expect to see, this year, in fact. So I'm a little excited about that. Okay, the last topic of the day is actually going back to, you might have guessed it, good old Popcat. So we really haven't talked about meme coins in I don't know how long. And it's because since November of last year, look, if you're still here, if you've survived this drought, I mean, we're gonna be friends. You're in the right space. This safe zone. Guys, this has been brutal since November of 2024. I mean, for the past 3 months, we've just been going down and down. And finally, today, Coinbase listed Popcat on their exchange. So it's official. I checked Coinbase earlier. You're able to buy Popcat directly on the Coinbase exchange. And this is what the people are reacting to. Okay. I mean, back then, there might have been some rumor. So people probably started buying in right here, first week of February. And starting yesterday, it was more of a reality. And then people started, of course, buying and more and more. And now that it's official, so far, so good. People really haven't sold on the news just yet. If anything, people are buying more. Let me scroll down here and see if this is true. So, oh, I see some sell the news over here. Well, also a lot of people buying. Okay, so a lot of buying and selling. A lot of these people might also be, day traders just trying to take advantage of the Coinbase listing news and trying to trade off of that. Now, as you guys know, what I'm doing is I'm not trading. I'm not trading Memecoin because it's too volatile. I'm buying and I'm holding, and I'm only going to sell it once. When it comes time to sell the Memecoin, I'm only going to hit that sell button once, and I know exactly when to sell that altcoin, whether it's layer one or meme coin, because I've talked about it time and time again. So if you guys missed out on it, watch the previous videos because you don't want to miss out. I mean, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Um, you don't have to like money, but in certain cases, you do need money, and that's what we're trying to accomplish here. So I'm very hopeful with Popcat. This is my largest holding, along with Dogwoof Hat and Turbo, as you guys may already know. We still have a long ways to go, though. So, you know, don't get too excited. I mean, sure, we went up from, this low of 19 cents. So compared to that, we're in a much better position. But also keep in mind that at one point, we're at a high of $2.07, and now we're at 34 cents. So, I mean, we still have a long ways to go. So, we have to remain patient. At least I'm remaining patient. I'm holding on to all my Popcat coins. And, when the time comes around September, October of 2025, then it's going to be sell time. But, you know, we'll discuss that more later. For now, I'm just happy to see this Coinbase listing come to fruition. I think a lot of people have been waiting for it. And hopefully that'll allow more of the retail investors and traders easier access to meme coins such as Popcat, and that'll actually bring the price up. So once again, thanks for watching and listening in, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.